Hello, I am Markoulakis of the Hellenic Mediterranean University, and I want to make a small case about my current status of dark matter research. Actually, I'm interested more in dark energy, but dark matter is also one of in the scope of my interest. And this speech here is not a technical speech. It will have no. It's just from our current knowledge. We'll draw some logical conclusion of the current state of research in general on dark matter over the last more than 50 years. And you see here that I have quoted the word, the term matter, which I'm against this use. I think this the term matter inside the dark matter definition that has no place. And I will explain myself why is this, and maybe this also is the key for getting on the right track on about dark matter research, which is definitely existing. Dark matter exists, but let's see what I have to tell you. So, some astute observation first. Why we will not find, it seems that the title is pessimistic, why we will never find dark matter, but it's not that. Let me explain, please. So, it will become evident that it's not pessimistic actually, but it's just getting the right track. I believe we must go to the right direction. So some astute observation first from our current research status and my personal research, for my personal research of dark matter, why we will never find dark matter, and my first naive answer, which I will now, after in the next few minutes, justify, is because it's not matter. Yes, my research shows that dark matter is not matter. It has not the characteristics of matter. So why? It is not interacting with electromagnetic force, with light, of any band. Probably, this is not 100% sure, confirmed, but probably it's not interacting at all either with the strong force and weak force. And we know that these three forces, these three quantum forces of quantum electrodynamics, the strong force and the weak force, is what actually defines, according to the quantum field theory, defines matter. So it's not found for the more than 50 years in big lab experiments like CERN. So by quantum mechanic theory, the conclusion we can draw, dark matter cannot have any mass and therefore should not be defined as physical matter. Yes? Since it does not interact with mass, it's not mass. But mass is mass and matter are synonyms. So if it has no mass, it cannot interact with matter. The term matter, the second term used in the definition dark matter, the quoted term matter, is wrong. It should not be used. So from our observation so far, it interacts only gravitationally. In my view, Mond theories are dismissed by observations. For example, from the bullet cluster observation. So I think astronomically, Mond, this modified Newtonian, the modified Newtonian explanation of dark matter, in my opinion, has no ground. So, mass matter, this mass matter momentum phenomena are exclusively observed to luminal and subluminal energies. All mass, whatever has to do with mass, matter, and momentum, because also I remind you, light has also, it may not have mass, but it has momentum. But all these phenomena are exclusive to luminal and subluminal energies. So sorry for this interruption. It seems that we have some fireworks on the background here, some kind of celebration. So it's now over. Yeah. So where were we left? We were left with the observation that all mass matter momentum-related phenomena are exclusive to luminal and subluminal energies. So luminal is whatever has to do with kinetic energy, the speed of light, and subluminal is whatever is the domain of matter, actually, of normal matter, where we have everything is related with energies just below has to do with non-relativistic energies. So matter and mass, we can say, exist only at kinetic energy speeds lower than c. Yeah? Matter and mass exist only at kinetic energy speeds lower than c, where c is the speed of light in the vacuum. So it's normal matter is actually subluminal energy, confined subluminal energy. So a conclusion now we can draw is that therefore the rest mass property of matter is an exclusive physical property of subluminal energy. Yeah? That what we call rest mass of matter is exclusive only to subluminal energies. So, however, we find also, continuing our observation so far, we find in cosmos regions where without any physical mass center, so it's a singularity, but which have enormous gravity field. Yes, these phenomena are known to us, to astronomical black holes, and these black holes are actually observed and also described by general relativity. So another conclusion, very useful before we go to our final logical conclusion, is that matter and mass phenomenon is not a priori for gravity. You can have gravity localized in space without any physical mass there. And the proof of that are the black holes. So keep that in mind, because this will also be important when we draw a final logical conclusion about dark matter, about the existence of dark matter. So when we sum up now our conclusion so far, we have a conclusion is that dark matter is massless, therefore should not be defined physically as matter, but rather as an unknown energy. Also, another conclusion we have drawn so far is that finite mass property of matter is an exclusive physical property of subluminal kinetic energy. This is very important. So the finite mass, we're not talking for infinite mass close to the speed of light, but all other matter are exclusive characteristic of subluminal kinetic energy, and in the domain of subluminal kinetic energy. And the last conclusion, very important, the third, is that we have drawn previously, is that matter-mass phenomenon is not a priori for gravity. So, right, with this now three conclusions in mind, by deduction and elimination process, we reach the following logic conclusion. Dark matter is massless and momentumless unknown energy, interacts only gravitationally with subluminal energy, in explanation normal matter, and luminal energy, in explanation light. So the only way dark matter, and matter is now in quotes, the term matter, Anyway, the only way this unknown energy interacts with normal matter, which is subluminal energy, we call normal matter, and also light, is only gravitationally. I remind that here, light is also attracted by gravity, and the most immediate effect of this is the gravitational lensing we see in our astronomical observations. So now we're coming now to the end conclusion. If dark matter does not interact with any of the three known quantum forces, electromagnetism, quantum electrodynamics actually, the strong force, the strong nuclear force, and the weak force, it cannot be superluminal energy, in explanation normal matter, nor luminal energy, light. So if it's not interacting with what constitutes our empirical evidence of what matter is and what light is, if it does not interact with these three quantum forces, so it cannot be defined as matter, normal matter, neither as light. So if it's not on the domain of subluminal energy, in which domain should we categorize dark matter? In which energy domain? If we want to categorize now dark matter in a specific energy domain, it's not belonging to the subluminal energy domain. It's not luminal. It's not light. So what kind of energy then is to remain? What is left? And the answer is, shockingly, so dark matter is not matter, nor subluminal or luminal massless energy. Then what else can it be? And the answer is, dark matter is superluminal energy greater than c, the speed of light, faster than the light, that interacts only gravitationally in our spacetime. This might be on shocking answer to and defies whatever. It will not be very likable to many, but this is the logical conclusion I draw. It cannot be other way. Note here, by c faster than light, we not mean necessarily the domain of tachyons. Actually, we would believe it's not tachyons. Faster than light can also be rotational energy, vibrational energy, where the quanta, the specific particle of space-time we are now talking about, is not translating in space because it's in a condensate phase. It's a condensate of many of these quanta of space-time, so it does not actually move, it does not translate in space, but it's vibrating, it's oscillating in place, but with superluminal speed. Imagine like a flywheel rotating very fast, a superluminal with faster than light c speed. So it's actually very close to what we are saying to the string theory, where the string theory you have one quanta consisting all other quantas. You have only one loop, one closed string, which act with, but string theory says it vibrates with different modes of vibration in different frequencies and different manifolds. We say here no, it's with the particle. We say it's one. It's vibrating always with the same time, and it's not just the quanta of whatever, but all matter and all radiation. It's not just that particle. It's actually the fundamental particle of the fabric of space-time. That's what our latest research shows. So, as a side note here, on the bottom, we could say that dark matter is effect is a side effect of dark energy. Of the dark energy we know from the cosmological expansion, and it can be described as some kind of gradient of dark energy, highly localized in the vacuum around a galaxy or a cluster of galaxies, that creates a negative pressure, and therefore it appears like gravity. Yeah, so that would be So we believe that it's actually a side effect of dark energy. It's nothing different. And of course, also we believe that dark energy is superluminal energy, superluminal vibrating energy. So now we're coming to our latest research. Therefore, we have now proved a model, a graviton model. We called it cold graviton. It's a graviton which is not it's a massless particle of spin 0, spin 2, but it's not translating in space. It's vibrating superluminally, but it's not translating superluminally. So what we have here of the graviton, it actually embeds all the energies, all the forces we know, because now we're talking about the quanta of space-time itself. Everything, all matter, all energies we know consist from this single graviton, which is in a condensate. The whole vacuum is a condensate of this cold gravitons of coal. Therefore, they cannot translate, but they can, of course, they can displace, creating gravitational waves, and they can also align, creating electromagnetic flux, and actually the basis of what we call zero-point energy, which is the basis of all three quantum forces: electromagnetic, quantum dynamics, the strong force, and the weak force. It's the background, it's the zero-point energy of the vacuum, from where is the origin, or from where all of the three quantum forces, a part of the gravity, originate. So what this model here, we have, we say, as I said in the beginning, this presentation is not technical. You can go to the details in the actual preprints and publications we have related to this, to our latest research. So, but just an overview of this model. You have here a ring of energy, imagine it like a ring of fire, which is actually the dark energy. This is a superluminal rotating kinetic energy. So it has totally unknown, it has nothing to do with normal luminal energy. And this here evaporates this kind of energy, evaporates to the known zero-point energy of the vacuum. So this halo here is the zero-point energy of the vacuum, which is evaporation product of the kinetic energy, the superluminal kinetic energy in this bright here ring, which is the dark energy. So from the beginning we have a very nice connection between the zero-point energy of the vacuum, which is the background of all quantum, of all the three forces of quantum, the quantum electromagnetism, the strong force and the weak force, and so it ties everything up very nice together with all the quantum fields which are originated from the zero-point energy of the vacuum with the dark energy. From the start go, you have this very nice connection. So the zero-point energy of the universe is actually originated, is a evaporation product of the dark energy. So where now at last if it's gravity here. Gravity is here. This dark region is an area void. It's not a black hole. It's not a quantum black hole, because the superluminal speed it will not create a black hole. Yes, the superluminal vibration, and this black area, this is an area which is totally void of any kind of energy, and this exactly absence of any kind of energy creates this negative pressure, this negative dark energy pressure, gradient pressure, which this negative pressure we know as gravity. So this is the model. You can this is the references of our work so far, and I will put the references in the description. So this is my take and my experience so far of what dark matter is. And although my primary research is now on dark energy, I could not resist to share also some conclusions I have drawn from my current research of dark energy about what we call, in my opinion, falsely as dark matter. It's not matter. So thank you very much for listening. This is Emmanuel Markoulakis from the Hellenic Mediterranean University.